Hey everyone, this is Steve from PublishPress, and I'm going to talk to you quickly about PublishPress Checklists, which allows you to set requirements for the content that is published on your site. You can see a couple of examples on the main image here on WordPress.org. For example, you can require a featured image or a minimum of one category or a certain number of words in the content of your posts. This is a general introduction to how it works. But let me show you how it works. When you install PublishPress Checklists on your site, you can choose from a number of requirements. You can choose either to recommend or require each requirement. So, number of characters in the title of the post, you might want to set that between a minimum of 50 and perhaps a maximum of 70. That's normally a good amount for search engine optimization. And I'm going to make that recommended in this case. The number of words in the content. I want to recommend that each post is at least 300 words long. And you'll see others, such as the number of categories, the number of tags, the number of characters in the excerpt, and so on. What we've done recently is extend the possibilities with these tasks by adding an integration with OpenAI. Before starting this video, I grabbed my API key from OpenAI and added it to the settings area inside PublishPress Checklists. And now, when I'm looking at the list of requirements, I can add special OpenAI ones, such as, is this content tone-friendly? OpenAI can scan my post and make recommendations if the content is not friendly enough. I'm going to set that one to recommended. If you click on the Add OpenAI prompt area down here, we're going to give you some suggestions. For example, is it clear? Is it friendly? Is it professional? I'm going to try the clear example there, but really this is only limited by your imagination. I'm going to add another prompt, and I could do something along the lines of, is the spelling correct in this article? What will happen is that OpenAI will scan my content and give me detailed recommendations to see whether my content has matched the prompt. Let's see how that works in practice. I have a couple of posts already written, and I'm going to edit this one. The checklists area is up in the top right corner, and it has a exclamation mark telling me that the post has not yet completed all the necessary checklists. If I click on this button, I can see what I need to do. Okay, between 50 and 70 characters in the title. There's definitely quite a lot of jargon in here, including some dummy content. So I think we're going to have to rewrite the content later. Let me see what OpenAI says in a minute. But first, let me see if I can add a few more characters to fulfill the 50 and 70 characters requirement. There we go. You'll see that it automatically turned green, so I've met that requirement. Minimum of 300 words in the content. Well, if you go up to the top area of your site, you can see how many words are there. Okay, 192. So I'm going to have to add another 110 words to meet that particular requirement. Let me see what OpenAI says about this particular post. Is the tone friendly? Okay, no, OpenAI doesn't like this. The content doesn't have a friendly tone. It consists of random sentences without any clear message or purpose. Okay, that's pretty harsh. Let me see if I can do better. Okay, it only took a couple of seconds, but I grabbed some fresh content. I went to the About page on WordPress.org, and I grabbed this text here. Let's see what OpenAI thinks of this new content directly from WordPress.org. Is the content tone friendly? Yes. The content has a friendly tone. It starts by providing a brief history of WordPress and its founders, which gives it a personal touch. It definitely seems to like it. Is the content clear and easy to read? Yes. And again, it's going to give a detailed set of feedback. Let's check the spelling in the article. The spelling is correct. There are no spelling errors. What about if I introduced one? Let's see if OpenAI is smart enough to catch the deliberate spelling error that we have in the post now. No, the spelling is not correct this time. Okay, so it did catch the deliberate one that I added, and it also makes another couple of suggestions as well. I'm not sure whether V2, changing that to version 2, is essential, but it's certainly a useful suggestion. And this is a great introduction to what's possible with PublishPress checklists. You can set recommended or required tasks that your users must complete before your content is ready to go live on your site. If you haven't done it yet, go over to WordPress.org and check out PublishPress Checklists. All the features I've mentioned in this video, including the OpenAI integration, are completely free for you to use.